Hello, people. How are you doing? It's been a while. It's been a while I made a sit down video. So, I'm talking today about why we have repeated topics uh, or teachings in church or Christian gatherings. And I was having a Bible study with my children some time ago, and one of them asked me, or maybe both of them mentioned that, Mommy, we've studied this, we've done this before. And I said to them, well, you need to be reminded, even if you've done it before, you need to be reminded of why or what the story is about. And I thought again to myself that there are actually more reasons why we have repeated topics or teachings in church. In case anyone might have thought, actually, why do we keep repeating these things? What is the essence? Sometimes you hear the same topic once a year or even in a different place. So these are just I just want to explain to a few people what I have as the reasons why we have repeated teaching sometimes in church or in Christian gatherings. Number one is, like I mentioned I said during my Bible study with my children, is so that we are reminded of what the topic relates to or what the story is about. Sometimes we forget we are human beings. And you might also have learned something as a child, a particular topic, but then when the topic taught again when you're an adult, it has a different meaning to you and you begin to remember it in a different light. Another reason, of course, most of us and many of us know this, is when you have a topic being taught, you have a new revelation on that topic. You might have missed, take for example, a Bible passage, you might have missed a particular word when you last read it or when you last heard it. But another time you're seated and you're listening or you're reading the Bible verse and you notice this particular word which was not there initially. So that is another reason, revelation. Also, we hear about topics being repeated so that we are reminded of the right things to do and the right way to go about doing things. Sometimes some people come to church or gatherings, Christian gatherings, and they learn about a particular topic or they learn what to do and what to avoid, but then they go back during the week, for example, and they go back to that thing. It's not to say that we should keep taking God's mercy for granted, but it's just sometimes a reminder that anytime we come back to the house of God or to listen to topics and a particular topic is being talked about again, it's a reminder that God wants your attention to this thing that you've probably done in the wrong way. So that helps. That is a reason. Also, sometimes some people get distracted. Some people get distracted while they are in Christian gatherings, and they they forget what the preacher or the person talking about a particular topic is talking about. But then by the time they come back or hear the topic again, it might even be from a different preacher this time. Sometimes they are no longer distracted and they hear that word, in a different light. So they hear that topic being talked about in a different light. Another reason is you could learn from one place and transfer the knowledge to another place. Yes, for example, you are in a church or a program, you hear different contributions from people relating to a topic or, a word. If it's a place where you are able to, exchange ideas or exchange contributions, people give their explanation and things, you learn from such person or people, then maybe you are invited to a program in another church or in another place. What you've learned from that particular place where you hear different contributions, you can transfer that knowledge to other people so they benefit. So we have to keep learning and reminding ourselves of topics, really. Another reason is when a word is being said so many times, our mind is a battlefield, like Joyce Meyer has mentioned in one of our books, or has said. The more you would hear a word, the more you hear topics being talked about, or the way things should be done, the more it sits in your memory, and the more you begin to sometimes act. So you have something that you can fall back and rely on to know how to go about doing things. If that makes sense, I hope it does. Okay, so it's a constant reminder of why we do things or what this means, what this topic means, and to begin to get deeper and deeper revelation. So those are the few reasons why topics or Bible teachings are being repeated in Christian gatherings or in churches. I hope you've learned one or two things, and I hope it has blessed you. Thank you very much for watching my video. See you in the next one. Bye.